Hello everyone, I'm Luciano and welcome to another episode of our video podcast. Today I am bringing you a discovery that seems straight out of a horror movie but is 100% real and happened in Hawaii. We're talking about the new species of carnivorous bone-collecting caterpillar. So grab your popcorn, turn up the volume and come along because today's episode will be at least 5 minutes of pure curiosity and excitement. First, let's set the scene. Imagine a humid, dark environment inside hollow logs and rocky crevices. That's where these caterpillars live, right alongside spider webs. So far, so good. You've surely seen caterpillars hiding among leaves, right? But what makes these little creatures different is that instead of camouflaging with foliage, they disguise themselves using pieces of the very insects that wander by. That's right, fly wings, beetle heads, bits of spiders, all carefully attached to the caterpillar's body, creating a terrifying appearance. And the most amazing part, this cloak they assemble not only hides their own bodies but also protects them from predators, including the very spiders whose webs they inhabit. But how did scientists uncover this mind-blowing behavior? It all started with researchers from the University of Hawaii, led by entomologist Dan Rubinoff. They spent over 20 years scouring isolated mountain regions on the island of Oahu, specifically the Waianae Range, in search of rare insects, and among specimens barely 5 millimeters long, a seemingly insignificant find revealed extraordinary behavior. We weren't sure if they were caterpillars or something entirely new. Rubinoff shared in an interview, upon seeing those tiny creatures covered in exoskeleton fragments, and incredibly only 62 individuals were found across the entire study area, meaning this species is at serious risk of extinction. Speaking of risk, it is crucial to note that this carnivorous caterpillar isn't just a threat to the prey it catches in spider webs. It itself is threatened by habitat destruction and invasive species. The Waianae region where they were spotted has suffered deforestation and environmental changes due to human activities. That is why experts are issuing an urgent plea. We must preserve the natural cavities and spider webs that serve as the stage for this incredible food chain. But let's return to nature's horror show. Besides using insect parts for camouflage, the caterpillar also chews through the silk threads of the webs to reach its prey. Imagine that it devours the very security structure of the arachnids in order to feast. It's almost like in a macabre puzzle, it dismantles its victim's prison to dine at will, and all of this happens within mere millimeters, a microscopic spectacle of cunning and violence worthy of any suspense story. So what does this discovery teach us? First, that the insect world still holds unbelievable secrets. With each new expedition, we uncover behaviors that challenge our understanding of adaptation and survival. Second, that environmental conservation is urgent. For every species discovered, there's a risk it will vanish before being thoroughly studied. If it took over 2 decades of research to find just 62 individuals, imagine what could happen if their habitat is destroyed entirely. To wrap up, keep these key points in mind. Macabre camouflage. The caterpillar collects insect remains to hide and protect itself. Tiny size, huge impact. At only 5 millimeters, it displays sophisticated predatory behavior. Extinction risk. Found only in a limited area of Oahu with very few known specimens. Ecological lesson. Highlights the need to preserve every corner of nature, no matter how small. So what do you think of this bone-collecting caterpillar? Leave your most shocked reaction in the comments, share with friends who love bizarre curiosities, and don't forget, if you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss our next episodes, and give us a thumbs up. It really helps our work. I'm Luciano, and I'll see you in the next video podcast with more incredible discoveries from the natural world. Big hugs and see you soon.